Back here with Mike's Mustang Repairs, and today we've thrown a check engine light. So I'm going to talk through the diagnostic process along with how to replace a PCV valve and hose. Let's get after it. The first step of the diagnostic process is to use an OBD2 scanner and read the codes from the car's computer. For this scanner, just plug it into the port, turn the car into accessory mode, and click read. The two codes that were present were the P1131 and P1151. Both indicate that the system is running too lean. Being too lean could have a variety of causes, running from the fuel system to the O2 sensors to the air intake system. For this particular car, I know it's unlikely to be the fuel system because I just replaced the major components like the fuel pump and the fuel filter, and I know it's kind of weird for the O2 sensors to fail at the same time, so I'm not going to look at those. I'm going to look at the air intake system first. Alright, could be anywhere from the mass airflow sensor. We'll check these lines going across. They go into the throttle body, the PCV valve hose, the air intake, and then past the exhaust we can look at, the oxygen sensors. What I'm looking at here, this hose, I don't know if you could see this real well. See, this one's kind of cracked. And then also, look at how oily it is. So that's a good sign it's leaking. I'm gonna quickly start the engine to confirm the vacuum leak is coming from this area.
Sounds like a hissing, and then this is collapsed. So we're gonna replace this today.
Alright, PCV valve I got looks like this, EV257. Sounds like it's working pretty well. Non-heated for this make and model. There are the heated PCV valves. And then the PCV valve hose is 4608. Looks like this. There's a right angle, so that's going to go into the throttle body. And then this is kind of angled, so we'll put that down. So let's take a look and see how we remove it. We'll start by removing the air intake tube from the throttle body. We just loosen that, and then we can remove that hose. We'll also pull these two inlets or outlets from the intake. They can be on there pretty snugly, so just work carefully, slowly, twist maybe a little bit. Make sure you don't damage the hoses anymore, but you'll be able to remove those, and then that'll make enough room to remove the PCV valve. You can then remove the PCV valve hose from the throttle body. I had to do it in two pieces. There was a plastic piece and then a hose, a rubber hose. So I removed that, and then of course the rubber hose is the one that's damaged that we're looking to replace. Alright, here's that hose in the light. You can see definite crack right there. So that's what was causing the vacuum leak. To remove the PCV valve from the valve cover, I used a 20mm wrench to turn it. Note that some of the makes and models will use a grommet that you just push the PCV valve in. This one's screwed in, and then I'm able to remove it. You could see that right there. And then the install is the opposite. Obviously, place it into the valve cover, turn it slightly by hand, and then use a wrench to kind of get it the rest of the way. And make sure it's seated flush. There's going to be two clips that you're going to note on the PCV valve itself. Make sure they're sitting correctly, the right orientation with the valve cover. For the PCV valve hose, you're going to push it up through a bunch of wires. It's kind of hard to describe. You just push it up in the same way that it was before, and then you're going to attach all of the hoses that you disconnected back to the original spot that they were in. Alright, let's check our work. So we retightened the air intake into the throttle body. We made sure that this piece is connected and flows well into the air intake. This hose goes all the way across. It didn't pop out over there. And then the new PCV valve hose is true up against that piece and goes underneath, and it's true. Oh, sorry, it's kind of hard to see. Looks like it's fitted well into the PCV valve. To clear the codes using this particular scanner, I plug the scanner into the port, hold clear and wait a few seconds for the codes to clear. Alternatively, you could disconnect the battery for 15 minutes or so, but that's going to reset the radio, but just another way you could clear the codes.
Let's test it out.
Alright, codes are clear. Looks pretty good.
Alright, everything looks to be good. There's no hissing anymore.
And there we go. We got a test drive, got a few miles on it. Sounds great. Idles well. No service engine light. I think we found the problem. So come back next week. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please consider liking or subscribing as I continue learning how to restore this 2002 Ford Mustang GT Convertible.